How's it going, everyone? This is Childhood DVD Fan here. I am back with another video. So once again, it's going to be another boring video looking at the carpet. I apologize, but I don't really have anything to show you. And of course, I don't want to show you my identity. So I have nowhere else to film but the carpet. I'm sure it's more entertaining to look at a carpet than a black screen. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, this is an important information, once again, for Drake and Josh fans out there. It's kind of funny because I say that Zoey 101 is my favorite live-action show of all time, which it is, but I end up making a lot of Drake and Josh videos, which is kind of funny, although it's my second favorite show. But sometimes I think Drake and Josh is better on some days, so they're pretty much neck and neck with me. But anyways, this is another important video for the Drake and Josh fans out there, not necessarily the DVD collectors like the last time, if you guys would have remembered. I made a video like maybe a week ago, something like that, I can't even remember, of information that I learned on what content was going to be on the Suddenly Family DVD. And, you know, the guy that I talked to in private message and, you know, who used to work for the DVD department at Nickelodeon, he was able to give me that information, so that was pretty cool, and I was able to tell you guys so we could all put to, you know, rest of what content was supposed to be on there. But anyways, this is a separate type of video because I have learned some more information about Drake and Josh from another source. This is not the same person who I worked for. Oh my god, like I worked for Nickelodeon. Who they worked for Nickelodeon in the DVD department and stuff like that, home media releases, VHSs, whatever. But this is another source because, you know, because a childhood DVD fan, I've been able to actually get connected with some people who know a little bit of inside the game, which is really cool, which is another reason I love doing this. But anyways, I got another private message on my Instagram DMs from another source. I'm not going to say their name because they didn't want me to reveal their identity, just like the other person who worked in the Nickelodeon DVD department. But this person told me some interesting news that I never knew about. You know, he said, I saw your video on the Suddenly Family thing, and I thought I'd tell you another thing related to Drake and Josh that a lot of people don't know. And this person claims, apparently, that he used to be an editor of the Drake and Josh episodes. Apparently, this person worked in Nickelodeon for, you know, for a while and was like one of the people who would actually edit episodes together and whatever. So here is pretty much what he told me. So as we know, Drake and Josh Season 1 was shot with beta cams, 480p, just standard definition. There was no high definition with Drake and Josh Season 1. They never, you know, shot any episodes in Season 1 in HD. They're all standard definition. I mean, you can remaster them, whatever, but they shot them with beta cams, okay? Starting in Season 2, however, it was 1080p high-definition cameras, and we're talking 2004 here, so that's pretty good for the studios. Of course, they had access to better equipment earlier than us. But anyways, and for the rest of the series, for Seasons 2 through 4, they filmed the videos, you know, the episodes, whatever, in high definition. So, unfortunately, as you know, for some reason, I don't know what the reason was, but the editors, whatever, Nickelodeon decided for most of these releases to put them to 4:3 standard definition, even though they filmed them in high definition. There's only a very select few amount of episodes that have been released in high definition. However, one of the seasons that really has gotten no high definition releases whatsoever is Season 3. And as you guys know, if you've watched Childhood DVD Fan, Season 3 is my favorite season of all time. And, you know, they've released some footage in Season 2 in high definition. Season 4, there's like 7 or 8 episodes in HD. But never really anything high definition for Season 3. I've only seen a few things in high definition. for season 3. When Drake has the Mexican robot in the Drake and Josh Inn. I saw an HD clip of that. That's about it, quite frankly. There's a very limited amount of Drake and Josh content available in high definition, especially with season 3. But this person told me that there's a reason for this. Because there are 2 blunders in 2 episodes in season 3 that he explained to me that if it were released in high definition would show up in the episode and would therefore be a bug. And apparently Nickelodeon doesn't like any bugs to show up in their shows. They don't want any, mistakes or whatever, which is why, they have these bloopers, whatever, that they release, whatever, but never in the final production. And this person told me that there are 2 episodes in season 3 that there are some major blunders, which is why apparently these episodes have never been released in widescreen or in high definition. And the 2 episodes that have blunders are Sheep Thrills and the Dr. Phyllis Show. Now, I'll tell you what the blunders are. And they're real. You can go online and search for these, or you can go back and watch the episodes for proof. Because even though these have happened, you still see them in the full screen shots. But in the widescreen shots, it would be a lot more visible. But you still see them in the full screen shots. But anyways, so the blunder in Sheep Thrills. Now, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Maybe you do. But originally, it was supposed to be a kangaroo. That's right. They were supposed to originally have that episode be about a kangaroo. However, it didn't really work out well. They brought the kangaroo on set, and it kept going after Drake. It kept going after Josh, kept going after Miranda. It was kind of just out of control. So they had to improvise, and they had to figure out another animal for that episode. Another thing, if you guys pay attention to later episodes in Drake and Josh before Sheep Thrills, there is a sign on Drake's bed, the wooden thing, that says no kangaroos. That's because they were originally supposed to have a kangaroo for Sheep Thrills. So that's a fun fact if you don't know about that. But that's not the point. The point is that even with the sheep, there was a scene, if you remember, where Drake is, they're bringing the sheep into the room before, it destroys everything. And Drake goes to sit down on the couch and Josh is by the door. Now, if you watch this episode back and you never caught this before, you'll probably catch it after listening to what I have to say. But if you pay attention, the sheep tries to run off the set. And Drake very quickly, and this is very smart of him, he grabbed the sheep before it could run off the set. And you see a little finger, you see a little flash of a human finger come across the screen on the left side. That was the trainer of this sheep. And if you look back at that episode, you'll see a very quick flash with a finger, and you'll see this sheep try to run off the set. And Drake very quickly catches the sheep and brings it back in. And they play a laugh track to kind of mask the blunder. And then in the Dr. Phyllis Show episode, if you remember the part where obviously in the beginning of the episode, Drake is playing golf in their room. And, he's destroying a bunch of Josh's stuff because of these golf balls that he's hitting that are just hitting Josh's stuff that's hanging in the room. It hits the lamp, it hits, other things, whatever. But if you remember the Bellevue Kindergarten, what do you call it? Like a plaque on the wall. It says, Bellevue, obviously it's fake, whatever. But another thing is that it wasn't actually the golf ball that knocked that down by Drake hitting it. It was another person on the set who threw the golf ball at the Bellevue sign for it to fall like that. And once again, you see another flash of a human hand just go like that to the right of the screen this time, causing that to fall down. So this person told me because of those 2 blunders, and because apparently they, whatever reason, they couldn't reshoot those, scenes so they wouldn't have those blunders. Apparently the person said that because of those 2 blunders right there, that's the reason why Nickelodeon has never decided to release season 3 in high definition or in widescreen, because of those blunders. Now, personally for me, that is just not, cool, in my opinion. I mean, you make mistakes, whatever, but it would be nice to see season 3 in high definition. If it's for those 2 stupid little blunders, that kind of makes me angry that they have kept that footage from the public, quite frankly. But that is another Drake and Josh question answered. I had no idea about that, but the person told me in the comments below, and I went back and watched those episodes, and I saw exactly what this person was talking about. So this time, if you ever go back and watch Sheep Thrills, look at the sheep try to run off the set, and you see the trainer's little finger just kind of flick on the camera and back. And Drake catches the sheep before it could run off the set. And then if you go back and watch the Dr. Phyllis Show episode on the best seasons 3 and 4 DVD or digitally or whatever, you see a little hand with the golf ball throwing it at the Bellevue Kindergarten sign on the wall, that they want you to believe that Drake hit the golf ball and knocked it down. So that is another Drake and Josh Long myth that has been answered, I guess. Didn't even know it was a myth to begin with, but thank you very much. You know who you are, who DM'd that information to me in my DMs at Childhood DVD Fans. So thank you very much. Thought I would just let you guys know. Anyways, this has been Childhood DVD Fan. So long, everyone.